third and final week of this year's Tour de France is littered with mountains, and it also contains the second, more hilly individual time trial of the race. So although the general classification will be well established as they enter this final week, there's still plenty to play for over those final 6 days. The Queen Stage, in fact, comes on day 18 and it goes up Alpe d'Huez twice. Although the traditional finish comes in Paris as the riders head around laps of the Champs-Élysées, the only difference this year being that the organisers have moved the finish a little bit later, where they're due to take the last time over the finish line at around about 10 p.m. Mark Cavendish of Omega Pharma Quick-Step will go into that stage as the outright favourite, having won it for the last 4 years in a row. What could be harder than racing up Alpe d'Huez? Well, the answer is having to race up it twice, which is exactly what the riders are going to have to do on stage 18. Reputedly the highlight of this year's race, the stage is certainly a tough one. It offers plenty of scope for riders to attack or crack. This stage includes no less than 6 categorised climbs, 1 third category, 3 second category, and then the 2 all category ascents of Alpe d'Huez. That totals around 3,500 metres of vertical climbing. Some of the most famous names in cycling have won the stage to the top of Alpe d'Huez, and this year there's a good chance we'll get a British name added to that list in the form of Chris Froome. This stage will be a tough test for pros and amateurs alike. It's a 125-kilometre stage which loops around Annecy before a mountaintop finish up to Semnaux. 1,655 metres high, this climb is 10.7 kilometres long with an average gradient of 8.5%. This could be the stage where Chris Froome seals a second consecutive victory for British riders overall at the Tour de France. Having won a gold medal at the team pursuit in the London 2012 Olympics, Peter Kenyon will be one of Sky Pro Cycling's key riders in their pursuit for victory at the Stage 4 team time trial in Nice. This will be his first ever Tour de France, although he has competed at 2 Giro d'Italia in 2011 and 2012. He earned his place in the Sky 9-man lineup through some impressive riding in the mountains at the recent Criterium de Dauphiné, where he helped Chris Froome to overall victory. Before the 2012 Giro d'Italia, he only had 188 racing kilometres in his legs, but he's had some better preparation for this Tour de France within the region of 6,000 racing kilometres before lining up for Stage 1 on the island of Corsica. At 1,73 metres and 62 kilograms, Kenyon is turning it into a really strong climber, and now in his 4th year as a professional, he's also getting very experienced despite his young age. The Welsh valleys are a familiar sight for Geraint Thomas. However, we're in France, which is where he's headed to compete in his 4th Tour de France. He's a previous wearer of the white jersey as best young rider in this race, and his first participation came back in 2007 when he was riding for Barloworld. It was 2 years previous to that he first turned professional, but since the start of 2010, he's been with Sky Pro Cycling. He's not just a road rider though, he's very accomplished on the track, having won 2 gold medals at the Olympics in the team pursuit, in 2008 in Beijing and also in London 2012. In 2010 he became national road race champion, which was the same year that he received his MBE. At the start of this year he won Stage 2 of the Tour Down Under. At 1,83 metres and 70 kilograms, Geraint is a strong all-rounder, equally at home on flat stages, sprint finishes, time trials or even the high mountains. So he's a good choice for Sky, where he'll be supporting Chris Froome just as he did in the Criterium de Dauphiné.